Let me ask you something. Have you ever been so certain you were right that you didn't even realize you had stopped listening? Not because you were cruel, not because you didn't care, but because being right felt safe. Pause. I want you to imagine a place, an old building in Madagascar, Antananarivo, not far from the water. Its paint has faded to the color of dust and sun. A long hallway stretches forward, cool and dim. Every step echoes soft measured. At the very end, 2 doors. One door is heavy, thick wood, scarred with age. It has been opened and closed thousands of times. A sign hangs from a single nail. It reads, "I already know." The other door is lighter. Not fragile, but flexible. It doesn't resist when you touch it. Its sign says, "Let me understand." Most of us like to believe we stand in front of the second door. But if we're honest, we visit the first one far more often. Every day, without realizing it, we choose. There's a man I want to tell you about. His name is Hery. Hery is 52 years old. He has spent 35 years fishing these waters of Madagascar. His hands are thick, calloused, permanently marked by rope burns and sun. His back bends slightly not from weakness, but from repetition, from doing the same work the same way for decades. He learned fishing from his father, who learned it from his father. Same knots, same routes, same unspoken rules. Hery doesn't need charts or instruments. He reads the water by instinct. By memory, people trust him. On the dock, when Hery speaks, men twice his size fall quiet. When there's disagreement, he settles it with a sentence. When there's fear, he masks it with certainty. At dawn, when the boats prepare to leave, Hery stands tall. "Cast the nets there. We leave now. Wait for my signal." No wasted words. And when someone questions him, he doesn't raise his voice. He smiles, tight, confident. "I've done this longer than you've been alive. This lake doesn't surprise me. I already know, and life rewards him for it." His catches have fed families, paid school fees, kept respect firmly attached to his name. Confidence, after all, looks a lot like wisdom from the outside. So Hery stands firmly in front of the first door. Then, one season, someone new arrives. Her name is Corinne. Corinne is 26 years old. She studied fishing at the University of Antananarivo. She is less than half Hery's age. She grew up near the water butt, not on it. Her father wasn't a fisherman. Her mother sold food near the docks. Corinne learned by watching, by listening, by asking questions people didn't always answer. She is quiet, but not unsure. Soft-spoken, but alert. Her eyes missed nothing. The first morning she joins the crew, she speaks very little. She listens to how the men talk. She watches how Hery moves, how he never rushes but never hesitates. On the boat, while engines roar and jokes bounce across the deck, Corinne studies the water. She notices the birds, the way they circle lower than usual. She notices the wind, how it changes direction earlier than it used to. She notices how the fish don't surface where they once did. She doesn't say anything yet. Weeks pass. One afternoon, after a lighter than usual catch, Corinne finally speaks. "Hery," she says gently, "can I ask something?" Hery doesn't look at her. He keeps coiling a rope. "What is it?" "I've been watching the water near the reeds," she says. "The fish seem to move later now. Maybe because of the heat. Maybe if we Hery cuts in calm but firm. That area's shallow, always has been." "Yes," she says. But lately, he shakes his head. "That won't work here." The boat rocks gently. "Our situation is different," he adds. "I already know this lake." Corinne stops. She nods once. "Okay," she says. But something shifts. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just enough to be felt. This becomes a pattern. Corinne notices. She suggests. Hery corrects. Another morning, "What if we tried a smaller net?" she asks. "The fish might be slipping through. These nets have fed us for years." Another evening. "The water temperature is higher. We've seen hot seasons before." Another time. "The birds are moving north. Birds don't decide our routes. Each time, Karine backs down. Not because she doubts herself, but because she understands something Hery doesn't yet. You can't force someone to listen if they are already certain. Months pass, the catches shrink. Not enough to cause panic, but enough to cause worry. Conversations grow shorter. Laughter fades. One morning, a younger fisherman mutters, "Maybe we should try something else." Hery hears it. He turns. This isn't the time to experiment. Silence. Karine looks down at the deck. One evening, everything goes wrong. A storm arrives. Early unexpected. Winds shift fast. They return with nearly empty nets. The crew disperses quietly. Hery stays behind. He sits alone on the boat, long after the dock empties. The water is dark. The city hums faintly in the distance. He stares at his hands, hands that have always known what to do. And for the first time in years, they feel uncertain. A thought rises, soft, unwanted. What if I'm wrong? Another follows. What if I stopped listening a long time ago? The thought hurts, because it doesn't accuse him of ignorance. It accuses him of pride. And pride is harder to release. The next morning, the crew gathers again. Karine hesitates, then speaks. "Hery, yesterday, I noticed the fish surfacing closer to dusk." He feels it. That familiar urge. The reflex to shut it down. But something stops him. Maybe it's exhaustion. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's the memory of empty nets. He exhales, slowly, and says words he hasn't said in years. "Tell me more." Karine looks up. Her eyes widen slightly. "You want me to explain?" He nods. She does. She talks about patterns, about climate shifts, about watching instead of assuming. At first, Hery listens with crossed arms, then uncrossed. Then leaning forward, he asks a question, then another. The crew starts to join in. Ideas overlap. The air feels different, lighter. They try her approach, not all at once, not perfectly. The first attempt fails. The second is better. The third, the nets come up heavy. Fish spill onto the deck. Laughter breaks out. Hery watches Karine not with pride, not with resentment, but with something new, respect. Later, as the sun sets, he stands beside her. "You were patient," he says. "So were you," she replies. He smiles, not tightly, genuinely. And here's the truth. This story isn't really about fishing, or age, or boats. It's about how easily certainty turns into a wall. We are open-minded until we are challenged. Close-mindedness doesn't shout. It sounds calm, experienced, reasonable. It says, "I've seen this before. This is how it's done. I already know." Open-mindedness feels slower, awkward. It asks us to sit with discomfort. But that discomfort, that's where growth lives. So go back to the hallway. The two doors are still there. One offers comfort, familiar waters, being right. The other offers listening, change, shared strength. Open-mindedness doesn't mean losing authority. It means earning wisdom. So the next time someone younger speaks, or quieter, or differently, pause and ask yourself, which door am I choosing right now? Because the future of our work, our communities, and our country won't be shaped by how loudly we speak, but by how deeply we listen. Pause, breathe, smile, end.